I don't even recognize that guy. The anxiety would just get so bad. And I just like grab my head, close my eyes, and just hide away for hours. So leaving high school, just like everyone says, get a good job after going to a good college. So that's exactly what I looked to do. I ended up going to school all the way in Boston. I moved across the country. I remember waking up every single day feeling like I was just gonna die. And there was no rhyme or reason to it. There's no explanation. I just had this unexplainable anxiety that something or someone was after me and I was just gonna die young. I remember being in class one time, and the anxiety would just get so bad, I would just feel like I just had to run, and I didn't know where I was going. I would just like run through the halls, and I'd end up in a bathroom, and I would just break down just for an hour straight, just feeling like I was just losing my mind. And I just like grab my head, close my eyes, and just hide away for hours. And the only thing that would get rid of it was weed or alcohol. I'd wake up and I'd have to be high. I'd go to sleep and I'd have to be high. What I would do, I would have such a hard time talking to people. I was starting to lock myself in my dorm room, and I would skip class. I would skip out on social events, and I would just sit in my dorm room, and I would always be trying to avoid people. I knew that the food hall was closing at a certain time. And on a particular night I did that, and I was like sneaking food into my hoodie. And I remember just like running back to my dorm and like eating by myself. I just saw myself and how sad and like pathetic everything was. I said, like, how did I get to this point? Like, how did I get to the point where I can't talk to people, where I feel the need to avoid everyone? And I just saw myself sitting there in my dorm room, feeling really, really hopeless and feeling really, really alone. I remember that's when I started to cry out to God. I didn't know what else to pray or how else to pray. I just specifically remember, God, I know there's more. God, I know there's more. God, I know there's more. After about a year of going to college on the East Coast, I leave Boston. I moved back to California. I get a message from a friend from kindergarten, and he asked me, he goes, "Hey, Ty, I'm going to a nightclub tonight. You want to come out?" He ends up picking me up. It's a Wednesday night. It's like the middle of the week. Halfway through the car ride, something just feels off. And I'm like, "Hey, we're not going to the club, are we?" And he's like, "No, but I really want you to check out my church." We ended up arriving at Freedom. It was a midweek service. I remember being in that service, not knowing what's happening, but feeling like I needed to raise my hand at the end of the altar call. And I did. I raised my hand. I'm at the altar. I'm crying. I'll never forget. It was Pastor Jason. I could see myself looking at him right there on the altar. And none of it's making sense. I just knew that the prayer had been answered. That more I was looking for was right in front of me. And little by little, I just started getting more and more involved at church. And I start to come to the church all the time. It gets to the point where now I'm skipping class just to be in the house of God. I joined the training center. I have those encounters. Pastor Jason calls them like those power encounters. I have those power encounters that just mark me for the rest of my life. I ended up graduating in the training center, being married out. It was in the training center that I found a beautiful, amazing woman of God who's now my wife, Aubrey. We have an amazing family together. I have 2 little girls. We have a beautiful home that God's blessed us with. I'm now running a business. I'm now teaching others how to run their business. I'm a leader in the house of God. I'm incredibly grateful to Pastor Jason. Hi, my name is Tyler, and this is my story.